Malawi Brief.
Zokambirana ku nyumba ya malamulo zinayamba ndi moto masanawu pamene phungu wina anawulula nzake kuti sanavale bwino. Iyeyi anawuza second deputy speaker kuti phunguyu sanavale mofanana ndi ku nyumba ya malamulo, ndipo a second deputy speaker analibe choice koma kutulutsa phunguyu. Ndipo tili pomwepo Fredo Benjani Kaluwa wapempha anduna zofalitsa nkhani kuti athe kukambirana ndi makampani amene amapereka network kuti atsitse mabando.
Point of order. Some of the honorable members are putting on jeans. Is it allowed in this house that some members can dress on jeans? I have 3 constituencies: Zimba South, Lilongwe, the chair of is it local authorities, and also the Zazalanyama. They are putting on jeans. Is it allowed, Honorable Speaker? Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you so much, Honorable Member. Can I request the Honorable Members mentioned to stand so that we verify whether they are putting on in jeans, because we have a dressing code in this house. Can I have the Honorable Member for the Zazalanyama? And the Honorable Member for Zimba South, where is the Honorable Member for Zimba South? Okay. I'd like to ask the Sergeant at Arms to verify whether the honorable members mentioned they are indeed putting on the jeans. Sergeant at Arms. Thank you so much, Honorable Member for Chikwawa West, for that point of order. Honorable members, Standing Order 204. Standing Order 204. Is clear on the dressing code for Parliament. So I would just like to guide the honorable members to dress properly and come back to the chamber. Please, honorable members, be reminded on the dressing code, and you have to use Standing Order 204. So I rule those honorable members out of order. I so rule. Honorable member for Chiradzulu Masanjala, what has gone out of order?
Thank you. Our second deputy speaker, actually it's not a point of order, but it was just a concern. I really had a question to ask the Minister of Transport and Public Works. And it is a matter of concern, Madam.
You've submitted a question to the Honorable Minister, or you have a supplementary question?
It is a supplementary question.
Okay, you will ask when there is a question to do with the Honorable Minister for Transport and Public Works, but currently we have exhausted all the supplementary questions.
Thank you, Madam.
Honorable Member for Lilongwe Nsinja, what has gone out of order?
Thank you, Second Speaker, Madam. We'd like to appreciate Chikwawa West for the point of order, but we just want to appreciate her to see what she has put on regards the issues. Is it a slip-on or the issues? Just the appreciation. Is it okay with you to allow Sergeant Adams to go and see how she's dressed, especially the shoes? Because I understand she's putting on slip-on. Is it in order? Right. Secretary.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Honorable Member. If you may recall, Honorable Member, last time the Honorable Member was having an issue to do with her leg. And all members are aware of that. And the office of the Speaker is also aware. There was the member for Chikwawa West and the Zomba Malosa, if you may recall. So I rule you out of order, Honorable Member.
I need your protection because the member from Likoma who came here with a consensus of 9,000 people is busy making noise there. Thank you so much, Second Deputy Speaker, for recognizing good people of the Zagasina constituency to ask a supplementary to the Minister of Local Government, Minister of Justice, sitting in as Minister of Local Government. I wanted to find out, we had the same issue like the Chikwawa West, where we have contractors who came in, already drilled a borehole, and already set up some pipes for water recirculation at the GVH Mvula and the surrounding of Ndende and others. But since October 2025, the contractor left the site. So I wanted to find out from the Minister of Local Government, when should the people of GVH Mvula and surrounding areas expect the contractor to be back on site and finish the project of water recirculation? I submit, Second Speaker. Madam.
Thank you.
Let me thank the people of Deza Mayani, especially the people of Senior Chief Tambala and Senior Chief Chauma, who have asked two questions. Both of them are policy in nature. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, Madam, government appreciates the role of our senior chiefs, traditional authorities in this country and the traditional leadership. And therefore, government has got the policy to make sure that our senior chief, our traditional chiefs are properly housed. It is sad to note that Senior Chief Chauma is not yet considered, but I will refer this question to the Ministry of Local Government to seriously consider that Senior Chief Chauma should be considered for a decent housing, depending on the availability of resources. I know I've taken note that he's been there for more than 30 years, and his colleagues in other districts and other regions probably have been considered over these years. And I will make a strong recommendation to my brother, the Minister of Local Government and Traditional Authority, Rural Development, to consider Senior Chief Chauma. The other one again was it was basically a policy question, considering that the Mayani Trading Center is a busy trading center, and the people of Deza Mayani were asking my ministry what is the criteria for a trading center to qualify for improvement or upgrading to a rural trading or rural growth center. I will find out, Madam Second Deputy Speaker, I think it depends on the assessment, the location of the trading center, and if the assessment comes with the result that a particular trading center should be upgraded to a rural growth center, then it will be considered. And in this particular case, Madam Second Deputy Speaker, I will refer this question to the Ministry so that they can do an assessment of Mayan Trading Center. I know Mayan Trading Center lies along the M1 road, and it's very, very significant, and therefore should be considered. Thank you very much, Madam Second Deputy Speaker. Let me turn to the people of Deza Kasina. Basically, Deza Kasina were asking in the similar manner of Chikwawa West in their supplementary question that their project, which was already allocated funds from the central government, and why is it being referred to the reformed CDF? The rationale basically is the same, that Madam Second Deputy Speaker, with the passage of time, it's very likely that the value of the project and with the loss of the value of the kwacha over the years, it could require more resources than what were originally allocated to that project. Therefore, if there's any shortfall, the reformed CDF should be taken care, should be able to take care of the shortfall in that project. I thank you, Madam Second Deputy Speaker, Madam.
People of Nkota Mkula constituency to say a word. In our constituency, we are blessed to have two senior chiefs, namely Senior Chief Mwadzama and Senior Chief Mwansambo. And we were lucky to have one of these chiefs. The Senior Chief Mwadzama had a house that was built by government. But as I'm speaking right now, it has been burnt by the angry people from the area due to issues to do with sales of land. And that ignites me to invite the Minister of Local Government to come to intervene, because I don't have a side either of the side of the seller or the buyer. But, you know, in the Bible, we believe I can speak as an MP, but his word speaks higher volumes than mine. At the same time, there is a Senior Chief Mwansambo who ever since he has never been given a house by the government.
Member address the chair.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Chair. Senior Chief Mwansambo, ever since, he has never been given a house. I remember when I was young, I'm not very sure how many years exactly, but he has never been given a house. So I would like to ask the government, I don't know which criteria you use to build a house, but whatever it is, he's a vibrant chief. I know most of you know him, but as I'm speaking, he doesn't have a house. So may you please help us by giving him a house. I thank you, Madam Second Deputy Speaker.
Thank you so much, Honorable Member. I would like to guide the House as follows, that the question under deliberation is question 192, and the question is to ask the Honorable Minister of Local Government and Rural Development whether the government will consider upgrading Mbayani and Chemusa market with modern market infrastructure. So supplementary question should be related to the original question. So, Honorable Member, you can raise that question in writing so that you get a proper response from the responsible ministry. Thank you. Honorable Member for Chikwawa Central West. But honorable member, you are not showing that you are standing on a point of order.
Is it in order, Madam Speaker, for the Speaker who just resumed the seat to misquote the Bible? I want him to give me a specific verse where they're discussing Abel and Jesus Christ. I submit, Madam Speaker. Which verse is he quoting from the Bible? Otherwise, you are misleading a lot of Christians and those who would want to be Christians. Abel and Jesus Christ. Which blood is thicker than which verse, honorable member, are you quoting from? I submit, Madam Speaker.
Thank you so much, honorable member. We are discussing questions under Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, and these are questions for all replies to the honorable ministers. We are not discussing about verses in the Bible. I rule you out of order, honorable.
For recognizing the people of Blantyre, Soji, Zingwangwa, to also echo sentiments made by other members' concerns with regards to the rising tariffs, internet. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, youth in this country, I think over the past month, I could say they've been hit with a double blow, which I hope we are cushioning. The fees hike, and now the increase in internet tariffs. Most of our libraries do not have sufficient books, textbooks. Most of our students rely on the internet to study and to access information to allow them to advance in their studies. Most of our young people in this country, some of them rather, I think this is also in line with what we were advocating for last time on monetization. We've got a good chunk of young people in this country who are making money through the digital space, who are taking advantage of the economic opportunities that are there because of digitalization. So an increase, Madam Second Deputy Speaker, an increase in data, internet prices affects students, youth in general. So I would like to echo my fellow members what plans the minister has to sort of cushion and to enhance this. Thank you, Madam.
Thank you so much, honorable.
I rise to respond to a matter of urgent public importance raised by the honorable member for Lilongwe Nsinja South, and also which matter has been seconded by a number of honorable members in the House. And this matter is regarding the recent adjustments in mobile internet tariffs by Airtel Malawi Limited and as well as the Telecom Networks Malawi, TNM. Madam Deputy Speaker, Madam, let me begin by assuring this honorable House and the people of Malawi that this government under the able leadership of His Excellency Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika remains fully committed to ensuring that all Malawians have access to affordable and inclusive digital services. This commitment is unwavering and forms a cornerstone of our national development agenda as articulated in the Malawi 2063 vision. Now, let me provide a background to this issue. Madam Speaker, Madam, I wish to, as I said, to provide a comprehensive explanation of the circumstances that led to the recent tariff adjustments. Airtel Malawi and TNM submitted applications to the Malawi Communications Regulatory Authority, MACRA, requesting approval to revise tariffs for voice, SMS, and mobile data services by an average of 55%. I would want members to take note. 55% was what was requested by our two only mobile operators, Airtel Malawi and TNM. And this was done in the months of April and May. The applications were made pursuant to Section 74 of the Communications Act, Chapter 68/01, which requires that all tariff adjustments by licensed communication service providers must receive prior approval from the regulatory authority, in this case, MACRA. Madam Deputy Speaker, in their submissions, the licensees justified the proposed adjustments on the basis of a significant increase in their cost of doing business emanating from macroeconomic shifts that occurred between October 2025 and March 2026. Specifically, the operators cited the following, and I would want members here to note, and Malawians to note, that fuel prices increased by around 144%, heavily impacting network operations, site power generation, and logistics. Electricity tariffs increased by 8%, directly affecting the cost of powering over 1,860 sites nationwide. I would want the honorable member and other members to note that telecommunication is driven by energy, and energy in form of electricity as well as diesel power. Madam Deputy Speaker, this energy, as I said about energy about diesel and electricity, constitutes about 39% of total network costs. Due to intermittent electricity supply, many network sites rely on diesel-powered generators to maintain continuous availability of their services. And as you note, in the period from October to date, we have had price increases in fuel, to the extent that about 56.2% has been the cost related to these increases. Madam Deputy Speaker, notwithstanding these justifications for the increase in tariffs, due consideration was given to consumer protection in terms of affordability and potential effects of the proposed tariff adjustments on households, students, small-scale businesses, job seekers who are already facing severe economic hardship.
Honorable.
Madam Deputy Speaker, I just gave a background. I was giving a background of why we are here and what happened. Now, I was saying that when we looked at their request, the request from TNM and Airtel, and in the exercise of its regulatory mandate under the Communications Act, MACRA did not approve the full tariff increase of 55%. Instead, an approval for moderate tariff adjustment of 22.2% for Airtel Malawi and 26% for TNM was granted. Madam Deputy Speaker, The approved adjustments were deemed sufficient to enable cost recovery and maintain financial viability, which is essential for continued investment in digital infrastructure. And we're doing this while minimizing the burden on consumers. This balanced approach reflects government's commitment to both sustaining a viable telecommunication sector and protecting the welfare of consumers. So it is really for balancing. We are in the middle. We are looking at sustaining and ensuring that there is continued provision of services, but on the other side, we are also looking at consumers must be protected. Madam Deputy Speaker, you may also wish to know the following. After Makara had approved the adjustment, according to Section 74 of the Communications Act 2016, requires that licensed operators must publish the tariffs in at least 2 daily newspapers, and this must be done 7 days before the tariffs come into effect. And this requirement is there to ensure that consumers are fully informed of the changes and have sufficient time to make informed decisions. However, what was noted is that both Airtel and TNM proceeded to effect the charges before complying with this statutory requirement. When Makara discovered this, it intervened, and this is the intervention. You may have seen today that there is also a statement that Makara has issued that requires that TNM and Airtel must compensate the consumers who bought the units before, or who bought the data before the 7-day notice period, and specifically those that bought the data between 26th June 2026 to 2nd July 2026. This compensation is intended to remedy the impact of the premature implementation of the revised tariffs and restore consumers to the position which would have been there had it been that the statutory notice was observed. And this directive they must be done by 31st July, the restoration and paying back the cost, the excess or the increase that was effected before this 7-day required period was effected. Now, Madam Deputy Speaker, just also to emphasize that this government does not tolerate non-compliance. Consumers must be treated fairly, and the laws of the land must be reflected. And we shall continue to monitor how our MNOs, mobile operators, are performing. Now, the honorable members also asked my ministry to indicate measures that we are pursuing to ensure that we promote affordability and inclusivity in digital connectivity. I must say that the government of His Excellency, Professor Athamangitsidwa Mutharika, is not just watching. It is working actively to ensure that we reach out, everyone is included in the digital revolution. And also, as we do that, connectivity is affordable. And the following is what we are doing. Number one, spectrum license fee reduction. As we speak now, we have effected a 20% reduction in the spectrum licenses, and these are the fees that the MNOs or the mobile operators pay for them to provide their services. Number two, we do have the Digital Malawi Acceleration Project. It's for about $150 million, funded by World Bank. And the government is using these funds to invest in mobile network tower development to boost coverage and digital inclusion. And this is particularly in those remote areas and deserved areas. Again, both Airtel Malawi and TNM have been directed to invest in network expansion, optimizing improve the service availability and quality of service. I'm actually pleased to inform this House that Airtel Malawi has rolled out 5G in almost 10 towns or 10 cities in this country. So too, TNM is commencing 5G trials in collaboration with the Huawei. So this demonstrates that the sector remains viable, vibrant, and investment ready. Now, we are also looking at getting new operators to enter into the market. And because with that, then we are going to increase more competition. As we speak now, we only have 2 operators. Now, I also want to provide a background quickly. In the past, we have issued licenses to operators who never rolled out service. And this has been our history. In 2002, we issued a license to Malawi Mobile Limited. It never rolled out, and the license was revoked in 2005, 3 years after being issued. In 2008, we also issued another license to G-Mobile. It was revoked. The license was revoked because it never rolled out. In 2001, another operator was issued a license, Celcom Limited. It never rolled out. In 2015, we have LaSalle, also got a license. And as we came to 2017, no rollout. So over the 20 years, while we have issued licenses, but we have never seen any serious investor, serious operator to roll out. Now, we now have TNM and Airtel. Wisdom would suggest that you do not slaughter a chicken that lays the eggs, but you ensure that you nurture it so that as it lays the eggs, you have also more chickens coming. So this is the kind of situation that government was in to ensure that while the network operators are saying their costs have increased by 55% on average, we can give them around 22% because we want continuity. We want continuity in that regard. So, let me conclude. Let me conclude by reiterating the government stance that under His Excellency Professor Athamangitsidwa Mutharika, we are fully seized of the challenges that are there. The challenges that Malawians, yes, they need to afford digital services, they need to afford cheaper data, they need to afford devices, smartphones. The challenge that our youth, because this industry is the only one that promises to create jobs, and with that realization, this government will ensure that it creates a conducive sector that both consumers as well as operators will win. Therefore, these adjustments, and the adjustments is 22%, is a result of thorough and balanced regulatory process that ensures that we have also tomorrow, not only for today. Oftentimes, and I must say this, we seem not to think about tomorrow. We seem not to invest about tomorrow. We seem to be saying, let's consume now. We have a short-termism in our approach to things. In the ministry, we are balancing that. We are saying, let's ensure that the operations are sustainable for tomorrow, for our grandchildren. But at the same time, Malawians must also not be bombarded with a lot of costs, but must ensure that the service is also available. With that, Madam Deputy Speaker, I would like therefore to thank the Honourable Member for Lilongwe Nsinja for raising this important matter, and for the members that have also added their voice. Thank you very much. This marks the response for the question that came on the floor. Thank you.